Welcome to an overview of CirrusPrint version 3 with Alan McGlure.
CirrusPrint is operated on a machine that your clients, where the printers are, can connect to. It could be a local print server, it can be Azure, it can be AWS. All the communication goes through HTTP. What you've got is a server running somewhere. So we've got one that's hosted out. I don't even know where it is. It's out in the cloud somewhere. This is the administration interface to that server. And then we've got clients that reside on remote systems, whether these are user desktops or print servers somewhere. And these clients maintain an upstream connection to the server. And to give you an idea it's really simple. Right now I've got this client. I'll show you how it's been configured here. It's talking to that same server that we're looking at in the browser. So the client connects upstream, logs in. So it's logging in as Alan PC and the company demo and a password. And that's it. So it's maintaining an upstream connection. You don't have to worry about firewalls or pushing, opening up ports. So then the clients are maintaining an upstream connection. The server then starts, you configure it with one or more companies. We've just got one here, this demo company. In that company are multiple locations. Okay, my PC is one of them. These locations represent these clients that are installed out there. The client, this is just a little front end GUI piece. It's actually a service that's running in the background. And we've got some other locations here, including one that is let's see if I can find it here. We've got a machine in AWS in their Virginia data center. So we called it Windows Virginia office. So it's got a printer out there that we'll get to here. So then within locations are output devices. So on my PC, I've got these three active output devices. So there's this Dell MFP printer, is this guy. And CirrusPrint can also send output to files. So the file output, there's a rich naming convention with substitution tags. And so you can generate files out at a remote site. It can also run command line output. So this is an example of us using CirrusPrint to run our unformed product and submit a job to it. These other printers that are inactive, they were auto-populated into the configuration as soon as I connected this client. So those all got set up. They are initially inactive, but anytime I want to activate any, I can select them and I can, click the enable or do it one at a time. When we look at these things, there's a, checkbox for that. So how a printer is configured, here's the different types of output, but a printer, you give it these are the known printers out there. This is the actual printer that it's going to print to. You see that matches this name over here. And if we send CirrusPrint a PDF, it'll go through the print driver that this printer has on, at my PC. But if I send it one of these print languages, it'll go to that printer unchanged. So that means if I have another printer defined, uses like a PCL6 print driver, and have it target this printer here, it'll go through without any modification. So that means things like tray selection, duplexing, all the features you choose will go through. They get built by the driver, where the printing occurs, but then they get delivered to the printer out here. Is where the user print. Okay, and then we can set default properties for those PDF print jobs. So now let's go ahead and we have this thing called testing, which basically has a bunch of different files that we can send to any of my output devices. So let's just pick one here and I'll send that to my Dell MFP. If I click submit, that's going to land over here right now. There it is. Okay, so that was a PDF. So what happened is that went out to my PC as a PDF. and the client has a built-in PDF engine, and it knows how to print those through the print driver. Now, another option is, I think I've got a PCL. There's a PCL file. If I send this, it will go without any changes. And if I look at my jobs, you can see the formats that went out there. So the first one was PDF, the next one was PCL. So that's output devices. The next thing is input sources. And an input source is one of several things. Network ports are basically something that emulates just a raw print port. So to a print spooler, it looks just like a network printer. So I've got this port 10,000. Let's pull this up. Network port 10,000 on my PC is going to send its output to printer 1 at that Virginia location. So here's the Virginia location. If I look at the ports, here's a port 10,000. So this guy is listening on port 10,000. Whenever something gets received there, it uploads it to the server, and the server will route it to this printer. So now if I'm just going to do a test page, and we'll see that come up here. So it just landed there in Virginia. And that worked. We've got a driver PCL6, and the output device for the VA Win printer 1 understands PCL6. So, really, that's about it.
To contact sales, phone 800-446-7374 or email to sales@synergetic-data.com.